Hey folks, I haven't vlogged on my normal camera in so long. Usually when I vlog, which is pretty rare these days to be fair, I just do it from my phone. But I thought it's just going to be a cozy stay-at-home vlog every now and then from today to tomorrow, which is Saturday and Sunday. So I might as well just do it on here, set it up, make it a little bit more stable than my shaky hands. So yeah, nothing too exciting's going on. I just thought let me do a little reading vlog and kind of update you with what I've done today. So I've just dished out some stew that the other half put together last night, which is delicious. I've just had a spoonful, even though it's like burnt the top of my mouth. It's delicious, it's so nice. I have just filmed my wrap up for November and I have uploaded Fairy Loot November unboxing. So that's all happening, and yeah, I'm currently actively reading one book at the minute, and that is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I have had this out of the library for a little while, to be honest, and I'm nearly at the end of the last loan. I think it's the last loan anyway, but to be fair, I started this yesterday and I am on page 108 because I have been reading alongside listening to it. I re-downloaded and kickstarted BookBeats again, which is another audio book subscription, because they had 1 month, 2 months for 29p each on a random deal. So I thought, well, let me just take it for the 2 months and then stop again. So yeah, I've got the Practical Magic audiobook going on at the same time as I'm reading it. I'm really enjoying it, you know. I'm thinking I might end up doing a book and movie review because I haven't yet seen the movie and I thought it might be nice to watch after I've read this at some point. But threw me off at first because there's a lot, very much a lack of chapters, but it's broken down into parts. But to be honest, it's not as intimidating in that way as I thought it would be, because it just flows so well together and it does feel like a kindly narrator is telling you the story of these two sisters. And if you don't know what this story is about, let me read to you the back. As children, sisters Gillian and Sally were forever outsiders in their small New England town, teased, taunted and shunned for the sense of magic that seemed to hang in the air around them. All Gillian and Sally ever wanted was to get away. Years later, tragedy brings the sisters back together. They'll find that no matter what else may happen, they'll always have each other. An enchanting tale of love, forgiveness and family. Practical Magic is one of Alice Hoffman's best loved novels and the basis of the classic movie. And I absolutely adore this cover. It's so beautiful. So yeah, this is my little library edition and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm almost halfway through, 108 as I say. So that's kind of going to be the focus read today. And then I've just got little chores to do. I need to put a load of washing on, probably do some washing up, yeah, that sort of stuff. So happy December. It is the 2nd of December today, I think. So I just need to do a tidy up after I've eaten. I'm sure I'll catch you guys in a bit. I need to put this camera back on charge. It is 8 PM and just as I was about to film this little section, my food delivery arrived. Yay! That being my groceries. I love it when they come at the very beginning of the predicted time slot. So that is helpful. The cold though, oh my god, you inhale it and it just feels like it chills your lungs. Anyway, I did pop on air to say that I am on page 203. I'm just about to start page 204. I'm now on the part called Levitation and I feel like a lot is going to come to a head. I'm actually quite nervous about where the story is going to go in relation to what brought the two sisters back together. In around the second or third part of the story. So I am a bit nervous about that, but also it looks like it could go in a completely different way. So I don't know, I'm interested to see how the fallout of that kind of works. I'm also curious about the two daughters, Antonia and Kylie, particularly Kylie because she's so sensitive to auras and emotions of people, so she knows that something's about to change and she's kind of feeling like if she stays at home it might not go, it might stay the same if she crosses that boundary. everything might change and she's decided to cross this boundary. So I think it's gonna like now fall like dominoes, but I hope it all works out. I'm absolutely adoring this. I haven't got much left at all. I think I'm just gonna listen to the audiobook whilst I put my shopping away and whilst I sort out the washing that's in the machine, because I need to hang that out. 9. I've just finished this and I loved it. I'm definitely gonna have to do a separate review. Maybe I'll get to watch the movie tomorrow. We'll see how things pan out, but if not, hopefully soon, and do like a little comparison sort of thing, book versus movie. This was delightful. I absolutely loved this. Definitely a 5 out of 5 stars. I do have a couple books like in a separate pile that I definitely need to get to this month, or at least start, but I was just looking at some of the books that I have out, and there's 2 that kind of caught my eye. So I have The Tempest by William Shakespeare, which is a play. There's a movie that came out a couple of years ago, well, a good few years ago. I think it was like 2014 or something. It was between 2014 and 2017 if I remember correctly, that I really wanted to watch, but at the time I didn't realise it was I didn't know that The Tempest was William Shakespeare. So maybe I can go and have a little look again around for any like adaptations that's been made. This one is one that I might pick up, and I also might pick up The Spooks Slither's Tale, which is number 11 in the series by Joseph Delaney. I have this one physically, so I'd like to read it physically, and then the rest I've just been like listening to over Audible, but I haven't listened to them for a while now. Every now and then I get back into it and I read them like constantly, and then I stop for a big break. But yeah, this is the one that I am on to, and yeah, I might pick that one up too. I don't know if either of those will happen tonight or if they'll be like a morning sort of thing, but the washing has been put out, tidying has been done. I'm going to now collect my thoughts properly for Practical Magic and get my reviews written up. Morning folks, it is almost 12 o'clock, quarter to 12 on Sunday. I have just been relaxing in the bath and reading. I started last night The Woman in Me by Britney Spears, read by Michelle Williams, and I'm only about 15% in at the minute. Yeah, I'm only in the very early stages of her life, and how she kind of got into stardom and fame, that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to kind of hearing more of her story. And also last night, was it last night or was it, no, it was this morning, I started William Shakespeare's The Tempest, which I said I was going to pick up probably out of this and another book potentially. And it just says it is one of his late comedies. I think it was his last one before he retired, following Prospero, long exiled from Italy, and his daughter Miranda, who seeks to use his magical powers to defeat his former enemies. Eventually, having proved merciful, he divests himself of that magic, his art, and prepares to return to the mainland. So a lot of the first part is taking part on this ship. So far, intriguing, interesting, probably not grasping as much as I would have hoped. Well, not even what I would have hoped. I never studied it, so it's themes and stuff that I just wouldn't be aware of or wouldn't know how to look for. I really want to watch Shadowhunters or something to do with Mortal Instruments. I know they've had a few adaptations. I didn't realize, well, I must have known there was a show, but I didn't realise there was like 4 seasons of it. But I want to watch the movie, which I don't think did very well in the box office. But Mortal Instruments, the City of Bones film is what I'm looking for. So if I haven't already added the Shadowhunters, the Mortal Instruments, oh my god, a TV show, this is getting confusing, I'll add that on Netflix to my watch list. But I just want to watch the movie and kind of chill. So yeah, that's the plan for now. Eat some breakfast, have my cup of tea, and watch a movie. Okay, 4:15 reading update. I have started the Mortal Instruments City of Bones, released in 2013, in case you're interested. I found it on YouTube, the full film, but I keep stopping. I'm like in 30 minutes into a 2-hour movie, so I'll finish it eventually. I don't know, we'll see what happens. It's there. I am engaging, but I'm also like just really wanting to read as much as I can today. But in terms of books, I have done, what have I done? A little bit of tidying up, washing up and stuff like that. So I've just had the Britney Spears book on. I am now 81% in, and it is so sad. Like, I'm so happy that she's finally like got a chance to speak her truth and tell everything from her side of the story. But it is really like depressing, isn't it? Like that she has gone through this in silence and isolated from those that, you know, should care about her, and those that may have been able to help. But yeah, this is really sad. And as for The Tempest, I don't know why I say it like that. The Tempest. How do you say it? I'm on page 52, so I haven't picked that one up for a little bit. But I thought I'd quickly pop on and show you a little bit of a haul. I kept forgetting that I had these to kind of go through. But last week I popped out to Lakeside, and it was supposed to be Christmas shopping, but you know, you have to get a little extra bits and bobs for yourself. So Waterstones, I'm proud of myself because I only got 2 books. 2 books more than I need, but when you see them you'll understand why I was so excited. I went in there for one specific one, but then I was also kind of hunting for another one when I reminded myself. I was reading the blurb of this really, I can't remember what the name of the book was, but it was a graphic novel, and it sounded like it was quite an emotional post-apocalyptic story. And I was reading the blurb of it just to my other half and myself, because I was like, oh my god, the illustrations are cool, what's it about? And one of the booksellers was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but you have the most relaxing reading voice, like it is lovely. And I was like, thank you. You know when people compliment you unexpectedly as well, it just makes you so shy. Anyway, made me happy. Anyway, in terms of books, I got the 3rd book. I think it's the final book, I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy, A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. And I have read the 1st book. I absolutely adored it. It was beautiful. I think I had the Fairy Loot edition. I've got the 2nd book, obviously got the 3rd book now, but I need to just read them back to back because I absolutely adored the 1st one, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to continue on with the series. I have to dig out where I've put the 2nd book now though, and hopefully get to it soon. And the one that I specifically went in to Waterstones for, oh, was this beauty. Actually, before we go on to that one, should I show you underneath? Because I know with the other books of this series, they had like different pictures underneath. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so it doesn't have a different emblem, but the spine's all pretty. So this has an apple. That's really pretty actually. Oh, that's cute. Do you know what? I feel like this series could go on forever. Just from loving the 1st book, I feel like they could have so many like little short stories, novellas, like little collections of short stories just in this world. And I know that the Caravel books are kind of connected within this world too. I haven't read them, and after reading the 1st book I was like, oh, maybe I should go back and check them out, but I still haven't got around to doing that yet. But I just feel like this series is just such a Moorish, delightful world to be in, you know. It's just so wholesome to read, and it just feels beautifully fairy tale-esque. But yeah, as I say, this is the 3rd book. And the one that I went in there for was Murtagh by Christopher Paolini. Oh my god, The Inheritance Cycle is to this day one of my all-time favourite books, honestly. It was something that I read as a youngster, and I felt like it saw me through so many like life stages as I grew up. And I remember waiting in between Brasinga and Inheritance for it to come out, and it was such a massive gap, and I was like, oh my god. And then after that, when I thought it was all done, you know, later, a couple of years ago, Falk, the Witch and the Worm came out, the collection of short stories, and it was just, oh, a time to be alive, really. This series always has such a happy place in my heart. This one, I know it's going to be a much darker retelling. Not necessarily retelling, but one of my colleagues at work really loves this author as well, and he said that he finished it in a day. He stayed up till like 3 AM, still had work the next day, and he said that for part of the 1st portion of this book, it's kind of like the first book, Eragon, but told from Murtagh's point of view, and then it goes off on his own adventure, finding Thorn and all this sort of thing, and it gets really dark and really depressing, and apparently there's a scene in there that just absolutely broke him. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Set in the world, of course, of Eragon, dragon riders, high fantasy. I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. So those are the books I got. Also, House of Fraser is closing down, as well as Debenhams recently. I feel like they're quite similar shops. So I was looking around in the games section, but I ended up just getting these little bitty Funko Pops, which I've been wanting to get for ages, but I just didn't know which ones to collect. And honestly, they are so cute. I'm looking at it now, actually. I've got like these little house terrariums, and I feel like these could live in there. I don't know, but they come with their own little boxes, and they're just so itty bitty. And I'm in my back of my head, I'm thinking, okay, perfect for like doll's house, dolls, you know what I mean? But also I just love miniature things. So I got the Disney Princess selection. There's 4 in here. You see these 3, and then one's like a mystery one, so it could be, I guess, a duplicate, and these are the ones that you can get. They've got lots of different themes for these. So the ones I can see is Peasant Belle, Pocahontas and Jasmine. So I'll probably open those up on TikTok or something. And then lastly, for this part of the video, I was in Lush and I got 3 bath goodies. So the first one here, I didn't get the receipt, so I don't know what they're called, but I'll just hold them up and show you. This one is a little reindeer one, and it smells absolutely divine. It's kind of orangey, cinnamony a little bit, I think. It smells Christmassy, definitely. I used to hate when people said that, because I was like, what is a seasoned scent? What does that smell like? I never understood, but I get it now and I appreciate it. It smells Christmassy. It smells like Christmas. The second one I got is, this isn't the comforter. It kind of reminds me of the comforter, but it smells like mint, like spearmint, and it's so delicious. It's really strong, kind of like, I guess, masculine, people would say, but it smells just clean, fresh, minty, and I love the kaleidoscope of colours. It reminds me of like that weather signalling chart. You know the edited picture of Billie Eilish and her hair, even though it's red and they put like the weather chart on it? It reminds me of that. I think she should actually do that, because that looks like such a cool hairdo. And then lastly, I got this little dragon. Oh my god, he's so cute. He's a little sleepy dragon, and he's got like, it looks like crystals in it, but I think it's just like glittery, colourful bath rocks or something. And he smells delicious. He smells kind of like my OG favourite, which was, I think, my very first bath bomb from Lush ever, years and years ago when I first tried them out, which was Dragon's Egg. And talking about that now, that kind of makes sense. It's almost like an ode to it, because this is a little sleepy dragon and he smells like Dragon's Egg, which was like zesty, lemony, that kind of citrusy scent. Oh, I love it. Oh my god. Okay, that's really cute. I love that. And I haven't seen Dragon's Egg for a couple of times since I've been in there now, so I'm assuming it might be discontinued. But that was like a staple OG. Whenever I was in doubt and overwhelmed with all the scents, I'd just go for that one. But yeah, that's it for this part of the video. I am going to, I don't know, I'm itching to pick up a new book. Like, I've obviously got Murtagh, which I'm really excited about, but some books that I kind of prioritise this month, I would say, is this series. This is the Iden Saga, and these were sent to me by Black Crow PR. They're from Orbit. So book 1, The Lost War, and book 2, The Bitter Crown by Justin Lee Anderson. I'm on the book tour for it. Actually, the dates that I said I could review is after the tour, but they said, yeah, feel free to talk about it anyway on any of those dates that are good for you. So at the end of December, I'll be talking a little bit about either one or both. Probably one of these. I don't think I'll be able to finish both of them in the month, but either like a full review or as I'm feeling, as I'm reading it, if I don't get to finish it by the time it's my turn to post. But yeah, I'm thinking of picking up one of these as well, because the earlier I start, the better, really. And I am in the mood for some high fantasy. The war is over, but peace can be hell. Demons continue to burn farmlands. Violent mercenaries roam the wilds, and a plague is spreading. The country of Aden, I don't know if it's Aden, Idian, I'm not too sure, is on its knees. Hopefully there's like a pronunciation guide somewhere in this. In a society that fears and shuns him, Aranok is the first mage to be named King's Envoy, and his latest task is to restore an exiled foreign queen to her throne. The band of allies he assembles each have their own unique skills, but they are strangers to one another, and at every step across the ravaged land a new threat emerges. Lies are revealed and distrust could destroy everything they are working for. Somehow, Aranok must bring his companions together and uncover this conspiracy that threatens the kingdom before war returns to the realms again. That is a strong contender for something that I'm itching to pick up, but honestly I am probably going to wrap this vlog up shortly. I might come back for one final little update, or maybe two, depending on the time, depending on what I end up getting distracted doing, just because I wanted to kind of do this until my other half finishes work, and he finishes very much earlier than usual today, and I want to spend some time with him. So yeah, I'm probably going to finish this in like an hour or two, if I remember, if I'm taking notice of the time that much. I might end up having to come back tomorrow or something and being like, sorry guys. Yeah, hindsight would be a fine thing if that did happen. But anyway, I will catch you shortly. So I just finished The Woman and Me, and it was really moving, honestly. I felt like it was so good to get Britney Spears' experience, like first-hand from her and how she was feeling. I probably repeated myself quite a bit in this vlog talking about this, but it was a powerful book. I know people find it difficult to rate memoirs and things like that of nature, but I pretty much rate everything unless I've DNF'd something. So I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars because it wasn't like, I mean, you know, obviously it was the format that she's chosen to speak her truth, her experiences, but it wasn't like the best written thing I'd ever read, you know what I mean? But there was such ease to the telling of her story. The narrator had a great voice. I kept thinking it was her at some points, like I guess maybe they're from a similar area or maybe not, I have no idea, but it kind of felt like how Britney would want it delivered, you know. But yeah, it was a really good memoir. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I'm in the middle of doing my nails. I only done that one thumb that I showed you guys a minute ago, but yeah, gonna wrap it up. I've got the little ASMR crackling fire on the telly, and I'm gonna chill out for the I've been chilling out all day, let's be honest. I'm gonna chill out privately now, which sounds kind of dodgy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye.